Welcome to Answers for Living. We're looking at the rich young ruler, and he really wants eternal life. All of his success and wealth and influence as a spiritual leader doesn't give him this eternal life. He knows he needs eternal life. And Jesus knows what eternal life is. John 17:3 says, "And this is eternal life, that they may know thee, the one true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent." So Jesus knows eternal life is found in a relationship with God the Father and God the Son. 1 John chapter 5, verse 20 says, "And we know that the Son of God has come, and he has given us understanding so that we can know the true God. And now we live in fellowship with the true God because we live in fellowship with the Son, Jesus Christ. And he is the only true God, and he is eternal life." Jesus knows he is the only one true God, and that eternal life is found in relationship with himself. Now, the word eternal is aionios, and it refers to God. It is not something temporal. It's not something earthly. It is not a characteristic of humanity. The word for life is the word zoe, and it's the life that belongs to God. It is to be spiritually alive. Now, this rich young ruler wants the life of God, but the rich young ruler doesn't know God. He only knows about him. This man is honest. This man kneels before Jesus and says, "I do not have this eternal life, and I desperately want it. What must I do to inherit eternal life?" In Matthew's account, the rich young ruler says, "What am I lacking? I can't get any better. I am moral. I am blameless before the law. What am I lacking?" And Jesus knows keeping the law was impossible. Jesus knows that the law is not the way to have a relationship with God, but Jesus says, "You know the commandments. You shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, you shall honor your father and your mother. And all these things I have kept since I was a boy," he said. And in Mark chapter 10, verse 21, he says, "And Jesus felt love for him." He knew he had a need. He knew he didn't have eternal life. He knew he wanted it. He sought it without concern what others might think. He had come to the right source. He's asking the right question. But Jesus knows there's a problem. He knows the man is owned by his money. He knows the man loves his money. He knows the man has a God in his life that is bigger than the one true God. And when Jesus heard this, he said to him, "You still lack one thing." I can just picture the rich man getting his notebook and his pen, and he says, "I'm ready. What am I lacking?" And Jesus says, "Sell everything you have, give it to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come follow me." And I'm sure the rich young ruler barely got the first letter of sell written in his notebook. When he heard this, he became very sad because he was extremely rich. Now here's the defining moment. What will he do?